Ricky said, never let nobody get the one up on you. If they run up on you, hit them with a 1-2 or a bitch.
Hello everyone, it's Devin. Welcome back to another album review. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this new Denzel Curry album, ZUU. ZUU is the third studio album from Miami rapper Denzel Curry. Denzel, he's been making waves for a few years now. He came up a few years ago as part of an early wave of SoundCloud rappers and bass-boosted memes, but has since, across numerous projects, has proven himself to be one of the most consistently thoughtful and artful rappers of that scene and of his current generation. Even though Denzel is still only in his early 20s, he has quite a few pretty impressive projects under his belt. Last year, he kind of hit a new artistic peak with the album Taboo, his second record. In addition to being Denzel's most conceptually ambitious project yet, what with the 3-act structure it had going on, Taboo was also a very nice blend of all the different attributes and sounds that make up Denzel as an artist. It was a super well-executed album, and it provided a great balance between these super aggressive, off-the-wall rap metal tracks like the song Vengeance, and the quieter, more lyrical moments like the song Sirens. Overall, it was a project that really spoke to Denzel's creativity and versatility, and it was among the very best rap albums of 2018. I put it on my best albums of the year list. Now we have Denzel's newest album, ZUU, which is a really classy, sleek throwback to the Miami sounds of the early 2000s that clocks in at just under 30 minutes. It's a pretty short project. The production throughout ZUU is pretty quality. I think Denzel's producers have done a nice job at finding the happy medium between these classic Miami sounds and Denzel's usual bass-boosted antics. As someone who's kind of a sucker for those early 2000s trill vibes, I really enjoyed a lot of the beats on this project. Moments like the cruising intro on the track Wish sounds like something from like an old UGK album. The first half of ZUU has numerous highlights. The track Birdz featuring Rick Ross is a total banger, and the previously mentioned Wish is a really smooth, sleek song. And in terms of Denzel's style and his vocal performances, I do think his delivery does meld quite well with this more vintage style of trap production. The bouncy bass lines, thick drums, fluttering synths, and down-pitched vocals sound pretty great on a few of these songs. His grimy flows sound really great over these beats, and Denzel's impressive knack for melody still remains pretty prominent in his music, as a number of these tracks have really catchy hooks. My favorite song from these first few tracks has to be the song Ricky, which was the lead single from this album, and it might honestly be one of my favorite Denzel Curry songs, period. Denzel's flow, his lyrics, the supremely sticky hook are all fire, and the throwback instrumental is super tasteful too. All around, great track, one of the better rap songs I've heard this year. In the second half, Denzel really ramps up the kind of old school Miami vibes, but I can't say I'm as sold on this half of the album. There are certainly highlights like the track Carolmart, with its synthetic horn blasts, ridiculous vocal effects, and lyrics about being trill. This is a pretty faithful and super entertaining old-school Southern banger. Then there's the song Shake 88, which is an interesting track. It's very much in the throwback spirit, because what would an album in this style be without a stripper anthem? Although because it is a Denzel Curry song, this track is probably more suited for the mosh pit than the strip club. I get what Denzel was going for on this track, but ultimately it's easily one of my least favorites here. I just found the hook to get annoying so quickly. It just wasn't a track I wanted to return to all that much compared to some of the better throwbacks here like Carolmart or like Ricky. It just kind of lost some of that charm pretty quickly. And to be honest, Shake 88 isn't the only song I don't really care for. The track Automatic I found to be way below Denzel's standards in terms of writing, performance, and the hook. And while I do like most of the interlude tracks here, like the interlude Yo is easily one of the more memorable and more funny skits I've heard on a rap album in a while, moments like the Bushy interlude just kind of left me going like, why was this here? This interlude is pretty much just a less interesting version of a number of the tracks that we've heard before it, and it just kind of ends really abruptly, and it's kind of awkward. And since this album is so short, and it honestly feels more like a mixtape than an album, these few kind of weak tracks do hurt the album's overall quality. Denzel really does bring it back on the last song though, the track P.A.T. Oh my god. Denzel has never been one to shy away from making a crazy, hard song, but this song is wild even by his standards.
Contact, sit out, I'ma hold the fort, all black, sticks out like a Voldemort.
It's an absolutely insane song. It's bananas, and it does end ZUU on a high note and kind of makes up for the little drop in quality in the second half. And that's ZUU, you know, very short album, under 30 minutes, and while I did like it, I don't know if it reaches Denzel's high standards that he's been setting with his past few projects. Given the album's brevity and overall vibe, it seems pretty clear that going into ZUU, Denzel was totally willing to mitigate some of his ambition and conscious edge in favor of just delivering some fun music, except for on a few tracks here, like the song Speedboat, which is a very weighty, kind of deep song. But really most of these songs are just kind of meant to be crazy bangers, which I'm totally here for, but in terms of pure song quality, I can't say that ZUU really goes toe-to-toe with either of Denzel's previous albums, Imperial or Taboo. Still though, I really enjoyed my time with it, and there are numerous tracks I can take away from this album and say that they're great. And it's certainly worth a listen, but in terms of a score, I'm feeling like a very high 6.5 out of 10, very close to a 7, like right on the cusp of a 7, but probably a 6.5. That's gonna do it for my thoughts on this new Denzel Curry album, ZUU! Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Again, really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all in the next video. Goodbye.